it's oh, okay. Prosciutto. Don't you like celebrate New Year, mate? Yeah, it's tomorrow. Oh, actually, it's today. Okay. Hello, Podel. Sorry, I was muted for like 2 hours. I forgot. You should hear me clicking now. This music's good. I would read the chat, but my laptop is dead, so can't even check the comments. Okay. Yeah, just read them through, I guess. Daddy speaks. What? Contact with British alien established. Got so hard. Okay. Hurricane Matthew, what? Live video. Oh, it's Lorenzo. He's back. So I started breathing really loud. No one cares about the chat. Let's just go back to what I'm doing. What am I doing? Oh yeah. I'm doing the animation thing again. Oh fuck. Drop the mic. Okay. Let me just put that down. Okay, it won't fit. Unscripted scene. There's a scene like where the guy comes out here and he has to like look over the edge of the building, and if I show you the one I did before, actually wait, I haven't got it. Maybe I do actually. Check. Is it there? No. Okay, let's find the scene. There's a city, maybe. Oh, here it is. Here's the scene. He comes there and then he has to like turn. It's really bad, but keeps turning. And then here, this whole rooftop, I'm doing it now, but it's not there. That view, which is like be like that, then the camera will go like and down here to whatever that is. Obviously this looks so bad because I did it like a month ago. And then whilst it's not New York, that's a placeholder, and then it just stops, and then like I just win my Oscar or something. Anyways. Check out Gaming Scrub's new video out today by Sergeant. It's Funy. God, I've done so much work. Like, what day is it today? Like, Saturday. Oh yeah, it's 2017 tomorrow. Okay, that's okay, fine. Yeah, just not even done. Like, I'm not even halfway through it all. Some people in my class are doing their projects like in February. Like, they haven't started now. They're just planning it. Which is fine, I guess, but I had to start mine in October, and I've been doing it for 2 months, and now I have like another 4 to go. But obviously, it's an animation, so I need like a lot of time. Yeah. So I'm pretty much working 7 hours a day every day. I eat like bread with RAM on it or something, like like graphics card on it for no reason, because I've got no food left, so I have to eat the spare RAM kits I have in my cupboard. Maybe a bit of Lurpak butter on there as well. That's about it. That's all I eat. It's not good for you, but I can't afford to leave the house to get food, so I have to eat that. Maybe actually the other day I put what's it called? Put a wireless LAN card in a sandwich and ate that. TP-Link. He's like tech meme right now, so I just put that in a sandwich and ate that. Not bad, with a bit of ham. But yeah. The only thing I've got left is like Logitech speaker. I can eat that maybe. What am I doing? Okay. It's legit like 1 AM now, it's 12:30 AM. New Year's Eve. I'm sitting in like some room. You can hear foxes outside like eating my food from the bin. I'm just sitting here doing this crap. If anyone is alive. Oh yeah, someone asked a good question. I'll say that in a minute. Podel, what are your specs? Can you afford a stove? Turn your volume mic up. Okay, it's already up. I'll turn this. No, I don't turn that down. I won't turn that. How's that, lads? He's only 50 now. Okay, bye Ethan, dog eagle, no one cares. Alright, yeah. Oh, I just keep going back. Oh. Yes, I know this stream is really bad. I don't even care, mate. So, yes. Okay, someone said, "What is this video about?" I don't actually know at this current point in time. I don't even know what I'm doing in my life, so can't answer that really. Oh wait, it's like it's an animation for my university thingy, and why is there a gap? Wow. Okay, man, fucking hell. Okay. About like some guy, he lives alone in like a house on in a field. Oh man. And basically like he has no human contact whatsoever. Like he's alone, like properly alone. I think his brother's like in the city, he's successful and all that, and this guy's just like living in some massive house that his brother got him, and he's just sort of like, well, what do I do now? So it's all about his life. It's only 12 minutes long, but it's taken like 4 months because I have very high standards with you know, detail, like obviously like this, but yeah, and he has to sort of sort his life out. Like, it's not even actually a joke. Like, I know I always say that as a joke, like, get a job, mate, and stuff. It's actually true. Like, he has to actually get a job and sort his life out, or he'll just die, or I don't know, like, yeah. And it's really like, what's the word? It's not surreal. It kind of is. They're like dream sections in this animation. And those are quite surreal. And the whole tone of the film is really like mysterious. You know, everyone says that, but you know, this actually is. It's quite mysterious. It's not like a conventional story where you've got like some actor and then stuff happens, third act, everything happens, and like climax and all that, and everyone's happy in the end, like la la la, all that. What is that? Okay, line like somewhere. It's kind of like that's a spoiler. I can't say that. It's just not like a normal film. It's kind of like an experimental thing. And that sounds really like crap, and it actually is. So I'm just gonna say that. It's a really bad experiment. I don't know what I'm doing really. I'm doing it as I go along. Thing is with like how they want me to make the film, the tutors and all that, and the academic board of like life or something. They're like, so you have to create a storyboard, you have to do this, you have to get actors, you have to do a previs, whatever that means, like I'm doing it anyway. You have to send each step to like a supervisor in our team, and they tell you how to edit. Sorry, I'm just moving the mouse, I'm just talking and doing stuff. I'm getting quite deep here. And they're telling can't even speak. They're telling me how to do this, how everyone else would do it, but they don't understand that's not how I work really, and that's not how I work well. They're telling me to do all these things, and I'm like, well, it's quicker if I do the way I know how to do it, and it's easier, and I can do things faster, which is the big thing, because I only have 4 months left, and that's like a lot to some people, but it actually isn't, because if you're only working 7 hours a day and then stuff happens, you know, you go out, you know, just have a day off or whatever, and stuff happens. There's not a lot of time left. And then you're just getting towards the end, and plus this isn't the only module I'm doing at my course. I've got like 3 other things to do, like essay modules and analysis crap stuff, and I have to make a website for my own portfolio for some unknown reason, like just wasting time, you know, because. But all that, and then plus this, and I have to edit someone else's film, which is like cool, because it gives me a chance to do another thing, but not enough time for this. Actually, well, to be honest, I'm actually done, kind of. I mean, this is the last shot in the film, I guess. Not really, but the last shot that I have to work on properly. Am I talking too loud? Sorry, neighbours. And after that, it's literally just adding detail. Like here, there's like a flower thing there. I'll just stick that somewhere. And then it's raising about 200 quid for paying some actors from like West Actor or something, I don't know. Just find someone on the street just to act, I don't know. Got my mate Chad to like help out, I think, from South Scotland, I don't know, somewhere. I don't know about. Okay. But yeah, it's annoying. I was having a go at someone the other day because you know that's just how I am. He was saying like he was like supervisor on my course or whatever. And he kept saying to like because I'm actually directing this and editing it at the same time. And he was like, you should find someone else to do the stuff, like sound mix or whatever. And I was like, but if I know the story itself, I know exactly how I want it to be, I know exactly what I want it to sound like, and I can do it myself, I can do it properly, because I've got experience in it, I guess, and I don't have money to sort of find someone good for it. I mean, like, of course I'd like to get someone to help on it, but dependent on getting the money for that. Plus, I'm just so weird. Like, I don't work well with with people. Actually, don't on like films and stuff. I just get annoyed because they're not doing things the way. I don't know. That sounds like really self-centered, but you know, I prefer just doing things like alone in a nice, comfortable environment instead of just sitting in like an editing room with like 5 people telling me all these things I don't know what to do, and it's just you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I didn't edit that, okay. But yeah, back to the point of like having, like they're actually saying you have to have someone to do a sound mix, which is fair enough. You know, you want it to sound good. If there's someone that can do it, then like, yeah, cool. But for me, like, I just don't need to do it. Like, I just don't see the point in having to find someone, like spend all that time trying to find someone good, spending money on their like not accommodation, like expenses for travel and stuff, to come here and edit, when the first thing is like I don't actually edit like a normal person would, which sounds weird. If you see my tweets, I have like a Vegas comp with like 500 layers of crap, because that's how I do it. Yeah, I sort of edit sounds as I go along, and I sort of animate things as I go along, and write the script as I go along, which sounds really bad, but that's the way I've been doing it all my life. Well, I wasn't like doing it when I was like 2 seconds old or so. Yeah, but I wasn't doing it like that. So say for example, this actually happened last week, I have a scene that I'm not 100% like sort of certain on. Well, they tell me to like have it set in stone before I actually start making it, which is obviously really hard for me because I can't visualize it without doing it properly. So they're saying, oh, okay, do a storyboard, write it out, like the dialogue, what's going to happen. Okay, I'll try. Number one, I don't like doing storyboards because they don't help in any way for me. Like, they don't really do anything. It's just like a static drawing that just doesn't do anything. Second one, I'm actually still alive, or I'm just talking to some random like... Okay, I'm still alive. Okay. The second one, what was I saying? Storyboards. They don't help. What does help is music, which I'm doing right now. Literally, I just go in the shower, I just put that on, I just get so many ideas. Or I just lie in bed with headphones and just listen to that. That gives me all the ideas I need, but that doesn't 100% help me create a scene. So what I do is I actually just do what I'm doing now, is just making like the setting and then designing it as I go along. And I'll I'll stick this into After Effects, I'll put it in the comp, I'll do a few cameras. Then I'll render that, stick that in Vegas. Just do a little mini edit of that scene and that will help me. Because then I can think of new pieces of dialogue to say. Like the other day I had a nice additional dialogue for a character and I didn't know until I tried it out. I just put a camera like in a scene and it looked really cool. I was like, okay, how can I show a character there? Like, okay, there's a character that comes out of a building here. And I just sort of went, whoa, I have a new piece of dialogue for that. Cool. Another thing, what was I on about? Another thing is, okay, yeah, alright, this is the big one. The big one is the actual making the animation. This is like a complaining thing. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just really annoyed and stuff. They're telling me I'm required to have like a DOP on. A DOP, which is, if you don't know what it is, it's like the one that creates the cameras, you know, the one that films everything with the camera in a film. So in this occasion, it's someone who creates the virtual cameras, as in creates cameras, whatever, you know, the camera. Hold on, I need to breathe. Okay. One of the main problems with that is, did I just deselect everything? Oh my god, okay. One of the main problems of that is the software I'm using to animate this is not widely used at all. It's actually in After Effects. It's a plugin that people use like occasionally. I mean, it's quite popular, but I don't think people use it in the industry or whatever, like at my uni. So one, I'd have to spend time if I find a DOP to teach him, her, how to use the program in the first place. And seeing as that I'm terrible at teaching, that won't work, so great, okay, bye. Also, I'm really, really not bad, but the way obviously I just said, but the way I do scenes and stuff is I do it as I go along. So this was about a month ago. I just stuck a camera and just said, oh, that's kind of what it's going to look like, I don't know. But yeah. But now I'm sort of adding new cameras as I go along, just improving it as I go along, because it's how I do it. If I have to get a DOP to come round to my house every time for 4 months in a row, no, actually 8 months in a row, because I started in October. Every time I have an idea, I'll go call him up, call her up, go, hey, do you want to come over? I have a new idea for a camera. When I already know how to use it, I already know how to do it like the way I kind of see it. I might as well just do it myself. It probably saves time. Plus there's like a really big deadline for this film. And stuff like that is just probably, it's like unnecessary. Like it's just creating more problems than there were in the first place. So now I have to worry about whether my DOP is like available every time I need that person to come over. So, you know, that's like, it's a thing I don't need to worry about. I can just, honestly, I like doing it myself. The film might not turn out like amazing, obviously it won't, because it's my first big one. But, you know, I don't want to waste time doing things I don't need to do. Like in the future when you're doing actual proper films, yeah, of course you're going to get DOP because you can't do everything on set, but an animation is all like contained, and you can just do things as you go along because nothing's like properly. It's like you haven't filmed something, then you can't go back to it. You can go back to it. So, am I muted? No. Okay. I thought I was muted for like 10 years. So yeah, that's another thing. Let me give you a better view just so you're not bored of me talking. Yeah. What was I saying? DOP, editing, sound. Yes, talk about sound. And yeah. I don't know what to say really. Because I feel like these past 2 years at uni, I've been in like group projects before, and I felt like I've left, no, not left, whatever. I feel like I've let people just sort of like use me for like a role and not let me do my full potential on like a film. And it's really annoyed me for the past 2 years that I can't show like what I can do in a film. It's like you get a team of like what, 4 or 5, you're the 5th person, you're in charge of a certain thing, like say editing, but you depend on the director. Like they might tell you just how to do what you want to do, and it's really annoying as an editor when a director doesn't let you freely sort of experiment and do your own thing. And that's happened like every year for the past, well, 2 years, okay, every year for the past 2 years. And the grades I got were like alright, you know, they weren't amazing, but they were fine, but I felt like I could do more because I was being limited by like a group telling me how to do the thing I'm like more experienced at than them. And if you say no to them, they'll probably say like, alright, bye, you're not part of the team anymore, you have to do that. And it's graded, I think it's graded like, what is it? It's graded together as a group. And you're like, well, okay, you might be the most amazing freaking like cinematographer, but they rate the film as a whole, and if the film's bad, then well, rip your grade then, no one cares, bye. So that's the kind of thing I'm like, okay, this final year where I'm actually getting a degree out of, I'm actually getting graded from it, why didn't I just do it all? You know, that sounds really like it sounds really bad. I just want to do it myself the way I want it to be for once in my life, please, thanks. Like, can I just do that once? And then the rest I'll just let people do whatever they want, but just for this, can you just let me do it myself, please, the way I want to do it? It doesn't matter if the film's bad, it might be bad, I don't know. But at least I'll say, hey, I just did it the way I wanted to, not the way people are telling me to do it, like, oh, so annoying. Okay. Did I tell you about the story about the bloke that rang me up and told me like to just end it right now? How's the chat going? Yeah, you tell them reciprocate. It's actually annoying. Thank you, Ellie. That's really nice. Very, very nice. Can you let me 5? Why did you say that name? What name? I didn't say anything. Yeah. just really annoying. Just letting people on a professional level as well. It's like we're not really professional. We're like, you know, we're students, you know, but we are professional. Oops, I nearly dropped my mouse again. And you know, they just I don't know, they just make you do all these things. I don't want to edit that way. Why are you telling me to edit this way? That's not how I work. And it comes back to the point of, can you just let me do it the way I want it to for once? Maybe it will turn out better than what I've been doing for the past 2 years, which is just listening to someone who, you know, with all respect, like, doesn't have as much experience, because they've probably done different things, like they've specialised in sound or whatever, not editing. And then they sit down with me and I'm like, okay, can I just, you know, have a bit of fun and do it the way I want it to, you know, edit this here, that, like that. They'll just go, no, nah, that's fine, just do it that way. Okay. Well, okay, but one, that's not a, okay, this is an example from last year, or is it year before? I was working with a client, kind of, not client, but you know, a film. And we sit down and he's like, can't even talk. We sit down, he shows me the footage. I'm like, okay, what's the tone of the film? What's the theme? He tells me that, okay. So I try and edit something, and I show it to him, he goes, that's not the thing I was looking for. So I was like, okay, fair enough, what do you want to do? How do you want to change it? And he was saying, I don't like the way it's cutted on this bit. And I went, but that's not a good cut if you do it whatever the way you want it to do. And, you know, it was just like, I saw the cut and it wasn't good from, based on experience, that style of cutting, like, it was really fast, it didn't match with the sound, it was just really weird. And I was just giving advice, like, that's not a good cut, just plain and simple. But, you know, you have to listen to the director, because they'll just, you know, like, throw you down an alley if you say no. Yeah. Ow, my leg. So, you know, I think a good director just lets you do your own thing, but also has that sort of idea in mind that, you know, of course you're going to listen to him say, okay, so that's how you want it, I'll try it your way and sort of add my own twist to it and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll just do your way. But when they say how to do your job, it's like in any sort of job, how to do your job is kind of annoying. And that's what they're doing now for this film. They're telling me how to do it. When one, they don't even have experience in animation. What are you on about? They haven't done it before. Have they done it for 10 years? No. They might have. They might have, like, done one, but I'm pretty sure they haven't done it for 10 years. Pretty sure they don't know how it works. They're telling me to do this thing in like 2 days. I'm like, alright, nice funny joke, mate. It's not even possible in like 2 weeks. How am I meant to do it in 2 days? What are you on about? Give me a second, I need to drink. Where's my water? Wow, this is the deepest conversation of 2016, am I right? Where am I? It's foggy outside. Yeah. So that's a big problem that I just honestly don't care about anymore. Like, I've reached that point where they're saying what is that thing? I'm going to delete that. They're saying how to, you know, how to do it. They're basically telling me how to do my film, which is like, they're not directing it. What are they on about? They can't tell me how to do it. They don't let me do my own thing. And that's what I don't like. So I'm just saying that. Can they just have a little faith? I'll take the blame or whatever you say. If it fails, it'll fail, but at least I tried the way I wanted to, not give you a previs like 2 weeks into it. Okay, it's not even a bother. I can't even speak properly. What's another thing I want to rant about in this stupid film? LOL. I think the music helps with my feelings, which is cool. I guess I had this thought the other day about something that was really annoying. Hold on, let me just think for like 10 years. Well, while I think of something, I'll talk about lighting, because that's another big thing in this film. There is a lot of lighting. Look, you can see shadows, you can see like some light thing there. Alright, where's the folder I have? This, what's that smell? That was my shirt. Okay. My shirt smells like food for some reason. Okay, here's a nice solid example of lighting and why they're asking me to get a dedicated lighting person and a dedicated field recorder. That's another thing they actually told me to do. They said okay, I'll show you that. In their actual feedback, they said I'm required to have a dedicated field recorder, which is like recording sounds for the film, like wind or trees rustling, you know, all that. And I'm thinking, one, I have a microphone right on me now. I'm using it to record this. Problem solved in getting, you know, a microphone, which is cool. Two, I don't really want to spend like £500,000 on a sound recorder, you know, because I actually don't have that much money, to be honest. Thankfully, like, my producers like told me he can do that, which is nice of him, which like helps out a lot, which is cool. But they were asking me to get like an actual someone to do it, and I was telling them I don't need to. Why do I have to go out, waste time, a week, 2 weeks writing out a bloody casting call for a sound recorder when I don't need to do that? I literally have dialogue here plus what, a bit of wind. I can go in the garden and do that. Oh, there's a train. I get the train till uni every day. I can just record it there in my bag, like stick it in my bag like that. Train. What else? There's a bit of wind, you know. Let me open the window now and get a view. That's done. Trees rustling. Pretty sure there's a tree like on Earth. Like, I'm sure there's like a trillion trees out there right now. So, you know. Oh, by the way, I'm a film student. I know how to use a sound recorder. Okay. What else? like footsteps. Like, what? I'm not gonna pay someone £50 to record footsteps. You know what I mean? I can do it now, but I'll wake up the dog. I don't want to wake the dog up. Footsteps, like door opening. All right, okay. Telling me to get someone to record a door opening. It's not like a tricky thing to do. It's not like we're going to the middle of the ocean to get a deep sea rare whale sound from like 300,000 meters below, are we? It's a door opening, it's not a lock. Okay. So, and it sucks that they don't trust me with that. Like, they say, you need someone who can do it properly. The other day, literally told us how to use the certain microphone that you gave me. Why are you telling me I don't know how to use it? You just told me how to do it like the day before. You gave me a whole lesson on it. Plus, I actually have my own one, and I know how to use it because I bought it and I can use it. Okay, fine. So, you know, just pointless. Like, all this money he has to waste. Yeah, okay, I'm like 30k in debt, yeah, and you want me to spend £300 on a set of crew that I do not need. You know what I mean? Actually, I had to make an animation showreel of my previous work to like send them. I literally just stuck Blade and Scrub stuff in there. I don't even care. I'm really sorry if I sound and what's the word? You know, like how you're always that. You know that word. It's not stubborn. I don't even know what it is. You know, I sound really like, ooh, I'm the best. You know, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just annoyed at how they want me to do it. So another thing is, like, I actually want to work with people that I can work with properly, like my friends or people I know who I've worked with before and they're good. Not some random bloke from Chesterfield, like who just came down the road. Why do I keep thinking of these like random British places like West Plymouth to come and help me out? Yeah, I don't need that in my life anymore. I'm really tired of getting people to do things for me when they can't do it properly. It's another thing, like, just they teach you at this uni that I go to, they say like you need to trust your crew and you need to trust them with what you need to do. Like, if they have footage and they lose it, then that's their fault. If you find someone to like do location for the day, make sure that they can secure it, otherwise rip the film, rip. Can't do it. And to be honest, I don't trust most people anymore with anything unless I've known them a lot, like in terms of making films, not in real life. Like, I just can't trust new people with films because they don't even care. Like, half the time they don't care. Like, I say, can you meet me at 9 at this cafe to discuss whatever? I'll buy you a coffee, or I don't know, like I'll buy you a drink or something. They go, yeah, alright, see you tomorrow, bye. Alright. And it's like 11:59 and I'm like, sorry, my like cat jumped over the window. So I'm like, oh, okay, can't make it. Okay, thanks, bye. And that's it. And then it's even worse when it's on the shoot day and like, sorry, I'm dying. Like, alright, what a nice coincidence. You're dying the day we have to film. And they make up some like stupid excuse, like, okay. And then you see they're like online, like they say, oh, I'm in bed sick, and then you see they're online on Facebook like 10 minutes later liking a Unilad post or something. So what are you doing? Come to my set. So I don't trust people anymore. That's why I like to do things myself, because I think I can trust myself, I think. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think I can. I think I can trust myself to do an alright job. I think I can trust myself to like stick to a schedule, because I really want this film to work, because it's basically my life as of now. Been doing it for 2 months. I haven't done something this big before. It's 1 AM and I'm working on it. That's how dedicated I am for it. Plus I have like nice screenshots of it, all the stuff I've been doing. See, that was, when did I take this? 0, what? Okay, who cares, doesn't matter. Let me check out details. 7th of October. Pretty much 2 and a bit months. That's a lot of months. That's a lot of work. Let's check the folder size. Oh, it's 50 gigabytes. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Look, I even have a notes folder. What does this say? Add briefcase to sofa, John and Ray talking in their house. Ooh, that's a lot of notes. See? I have a lot of music. This is documentation. No one does documentation unless they like their film, they're really passionate about it. Who does that? I have to do it. Look, there's a promotional folder. Lots of promotional stuff for after it's been made. Look at that. They didn't even use that. It's a slow burn thing, I don't know. Oh, it's called slow burn, by the way, lol. Okay. Look, it's a guy in a suit. I didn't have to do that, but I just thought, might as well. I really like how it looks. I'll make a poster for it, who cares? Here's the big one, progress. Look at that progress. Look at that. It's all from the beginning. You got the house. It's a nice house. Some grass. Look, I rendered a grass test. Like, who does that unless they like their film? They want to see it be successful, kind of. I don't know. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Something about what? I don't even remember what I'm talking about. Yeah, just a lot of progress, trees. Here's an unreleased reaction to life. When you see a good meme. That mouth, lol. Okay. Why do I have a big fan? Why do I have that in there? Okay. Bro, I think I've spent over 500 hours on this. That is dedication right there, mate. That's a comparison shot of the station. I mean, you can't say that I'm not working hard enough on it. I'm pretty sure people in my class, like, no disrespect, because that's the film they're trying to make. You know, they'll make a film and edit in 2 weeks, because that's how much they just need to work on it. You know, they're not doing an animation where it requires like ages to do. So, you know, for them that's fine, but for this, I just need to work a lot. And it sucks because I can't do things anymore. Like, I used to sort of, I don't know, do the rowing thing I got here, you know, to help me stay in shape and stuff. But now I'm like, I don't know, I'm like 69 kg now. I was like 60 before. I wake up at 3 AM. No, wait, 3 PM. No. 1 PM. And then 3 hours later it's dark again. So I literally never see the light of day. You know. It's dark outside now. I don't even see my family anymore, to be honest. Like, if I do, I'll just stay there forever. And I need to work on this, so if the quicker I get this done, the quicker I can just go back to normal. Yeah, it's just It's a big project, okay? And that's another thing, I can't make videos on Blazing Scrubs that often because I'm stressing a lot about this. Too much about this. Like, honestly, this is... What's that? Okay. Like, honestly, this is my life's work. Like, that sounds really weird, but it is. Like, if you think about it, I've started editing when I was... What was I? 8 or 9? So that's about... I can't even count what... how old am I? 12 years ago, I started editing. How's the sound level on this? Oh, not bad. Can you hear me well? Okay, I'll lower it a bit. Yeah. So, what's the chat like? I don't even care, part 2, alright, no one cares. Bye. Yeah. Who's calling me on my phone? I can't answer, I'm afraid. It's Lad. I don't want to answer it, to be honest. I'm too busy talking about stuff. He's probably drunk, I don't know. Okay, when you get a message from Messenger saying Happy New Year, what? I'm just gonna put the thing on airplane mode, because obviously. Yeah, it's just really, look at that. You probably won't know what that is, but that is a list of materials for a bloody object. Just one. I had to spend the whole day just doing that. If that isn't dedication, then I don't know what is, mate. Right. So yeah, this is a really big project, and I don't want to let people ruin it because it means a lot to me, this whole thing. Because I'm sick of letting people sort of walk over me when I'm trying to do stuff. Just like, even in general, just let me do my work, please. I want to edit the film this way. It's going to turn out the same thing. It'll just be the way I like to do it. Just let me do it. Because it's too stressful, man. So yeah, that's about it really. What is that? That is not meant to be there. Let's find something else to ramble about. What is that? Ooh, that's cool. That was an interior scene I did. I wonder if I might show you some of the stuff now. Let's save it. Let's open Adobe After Effects. What? I just saved it. Alright. Okay. Hopefully when this film is done I can just go to sleep finally. Interesting angle we have here. Oh wait. Okay. So this is spoiler alert, sorry lads. If you don't want to okay, it's not even going to spoil it, to be honest. Let it initialize for a sec. Yeah. So to summarize this past hour of me complaining about life, lol. This film is a big thing for me. Just let me do it the way I want to. Just have faith in me, I guess. Just let me do it, okay? I just hate when you just mention things I have to do now that I don't want to do it, okay? I don't want to make a bloody previs of a bloody environment. Like, why do I have to do that? It doesn't help me in any way, okay? Oh yeah, this is where he's like, do you like memes or something? And he's like, yes, I do. Oh, it's frozen. What? Okay. Interesting thing is, most of my class, when I told them I'm doing an animation, they're like, whoa, what? Why are you wasting your potential? Why are you wasting 2 years of your uni and doing an animation? Why are you doing that? And I was really like, what? Sorry, lads. Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing an animation? That's so weird. What the hell's happened here? Is it just frozen or something? Your life's work. Part of the dialogue is, do you like memes? Yes. Wow, first time it's actually frozen ever. Oh, okay, it didn't. I really like this shot because it reveals something about the character on the left, and it's just sort of, you know, and that's the main thing. If I had to hire a prop director or whatever the hell job it's called, I think the problem is I'm not really good at explaining things to people. That's the thing. I can't tell people how to do things properly. It's in my head. I can visualize it really well, like in my head. But when I have to sit down with someone and go, okay, can you make this light go into the vanishing point? Can you add some shadows and like a nice reflection, a nice beam of light, and can the camera sort of do that? And you're like, I can't really explain that well. Like, if I told someone to do what I just said, it would look different to how this looks, I think. Plus it's, what was that? Plus I think it's in the bleh. What the hell's my bottle? I'm drinking like some like washing up liquid. Another thing is like in terms of, it's like your stylistic approach to the film. Like if you gave another director this script, this would look completely different, obviously. And that's one of the things I'm like, this one time where we're getting graded for it. I'm getting graded for it. I'm gonna get a degree, potentially. Can I just for once have it look the way I envisioned it? And that's sort of my sort of fit sort of thing. Like I sound like a kid, like, oh, I want it that way. But you know, just for once, like my life's really bad. Like, please, just make me happy and let me do it my own way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't look like this if someone else did it, and it might not convey the sort of themes that I want to show as well. Just simply because it might look different, and like even the color correction, that's a big thing. Not color correction, color grading. Where is it? It's this. That's the original. That just looks bland. Like, I've seen most student films, they just literally desaturate it a little bit and that's their colour correction done. Like, what is that? I think like the way this looks just doesn't have that feel of like despair and loss and stuff, whereas this sort of just gives you that weird feeling, like sunset, really weird shadows, really weird lighting, reflection. It's sort of really surreal. It's not what the fuck, it's not quite right, you know. Ignore that, that's shit. Okay, even this, here's the original. I mean, it's fine. It's pretty bland, but kind of. I guess the camera angle sort of shows that anyway. But when you add the filter, the color correction, the grading, and the vignette, that just looks so much more dark. Like, not dark. If you see the main character there, like coming into the center of the frame, and he's meant to look up, but yeah, there's meant to be a guy here going up, and that's where he transitioned to the rooftop. Another one, big one. I'm not sure if it was A or B. Let's try A2. It might be this. If you remember the stream I did before, this is where I was doing the alleyway. I actually don't care, it's 1:30 AM, I'm just going to talk. The alleyway. See, it's really complex. Very complex. I'm talking 1 million plus polys, if you know what I mean. Wink. No, it's like just a nerdy joke, I guess. But I mean, look at it, it's so detailed. That's kind of my fault, because I was like, whoa, I just want to make it really detailed just for no reason. I wanted it to look authentic. So I got an image, I don't know if you realised or remembered, but I had an image of this scene, like here, and I was copying it sort of, just to make it look really sick. And I think if I told someone, can you make a realistic looking alley, they'd be like, yeah, I'll try. But I don't think it would have looked the same as I sort of saw it. I could have showed them the image and say copy that, but when it comes to like the model itself, yeah, they can just copy it the same way I do. It might look the same or better. But when you put it on the scene and add the fog and the city, and I actually took that photo, by the way, which is nice. I have to go out and take photos of cities. But yeah, just I'm not sure it would have looked like this. I'm not sure it would have looked this sort of mysterious. Just simply because I can't tell very well how to do things to people, and the fact that they might not see it the same way I do. Like, if I tell them the word dark or mysterious, their version is probably different to my version, you know, obviously. They might have a bloody, like, serial killer there, or sort of weird, I don't know, they could just do anything. But I didn't really know how to sort of describe it to people, so I was like, alright, why don't I just do it myself? It's easier, it's quicker, it saves time, it's better probably, because I know exactly where to put things, plus one, I actually know the software. This is not conventional software for animation, to be honest. So, you know, 2 in 1, might as well just try that. And I think it worked. Okay, actually I took this image one evening somewhere. I don't know where I went. Oh, some building. Went to the top of it. See, it's so detailed. 26 million vertices in total for this group, which is a hell of a lot. But yeah, you know, I don't know. I guess I could have got someone to do it, but I don't trust people anymore, really. That's really bad, but based on past experience, I just can't be bothered to deal with that anymore, so I just do it myself, I guess. I don't mind. And yeah, that sounds sad, but who cares, to be honest. When you go up in the industry, I guess you get people who are actually passionate about, you know, what they do, and they'll be like, yeah, I'll do a good job. So you can see, like, I literally didn't care about the back. I just stuck some shapes, whatever. Another interesting fact about doing 3D work is you don't have to necessarily spend that much time on doing the backdrop. You could just do what I did. I'm sure everyone does it, but take a photo of a background, add a curved plane. There you go, you got one. You don't have to necessarily do all these buildings, which I sort of just did anyway, because like I'm really precise about how I want it to look, like sort of like that. That is actually a nice shot. I might do that some point in time. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, you know. So we got some grill here who does a like thing. I don't know what she does. She's wearing. What's she wearing? I don't know. It's like the Leeds Rhinos kit. Am I right? Yeah. Field B is quite interesting because I spent so much time on that. It's 1:39. Happy New Year's Eve. Who else is gonna install Windows XP drivers at midnight tonight? Woo. This is one of the realest streams I've ever done, honestly. I'm never this like deep. I don't know why. Maybe it's the date, 31st of oh wait, December, lol, okay. I don't know. Or maybe I've just given up on stuff. Let it load. Sorry, I haven't checked the chat, but I haven't got two screens, obviously, because I haven't got any space for another one, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think I reached that point a few months ago where I was like, I was trying to fit in with everyone in their like like their film sort of groups, how to work together and all that. I tried it and it's really sad, but like no one cared, to be honest, about what I was doing in the film. Let me say that again, lol. I'll never forget that day where we were in a group of 4 for a film, and I was the editor. They had their other respective roles, and I had to obviously edit the thing. But we were shooting in some like room. We were filming some like little room area, and no one cared that I was there. Like, as far as they were concerned, I was just there to fucking edit the thing after. when I'm there, I'm like saying, hey, do you want a hand with that? Holding the lights? You know, nothing. I'm like, alright, fair enough. We're new students, maybe they don't, I don't know, they probably don't speak very well English or something, I don't know. But they were perfectly fluent, so they knew what they were doing. So I guess it was me. I guess I was really weird, or I still am. Lol, get it? Yeah, I'm just really weird anyway. But you know, I tried to fit in. I tried to go, hey, you know, need a hand? I'll be there. They weren't. They said nothing, of course. It was like getting to 9 p.m. and I wanted to go home, to be fair. And they were just sitting there on their phones, like, while I'm waiting, like I'm holding a light or something. And they're on their phone, they're chatting or whatever. Like, okay, can we just go? And I was like, yeah, I made some like weird excuse, like I have to go now. They're like, no, wait. And that's when it started to film. And then we go into the edit suite. And I sit down, I do my thing. And as I'm editing, the three of them, they sit down with me, and they just completely change the whole edit, like right in front of me. Like they just move things around, like right there in front of me. They change everything. I'm sitting there going, why did I spend an hour doing that when you're just going to sit down and just change it? Plus you're not even the editor, so what are you doing? And they literally didn't care. Like, I don't know if they're just like really stupid or something, but that really like annoyed me. So I was like, I'm going home, bye, and they didn't care. They didn't say anything. I was like, alright, see ya. And then the final thing they did, which like just made me want to like, I don't know, but they didn't even credit me in the credits as the main editor. They stuck me at the end saying like, oh, additional crew, you know. I was like, okay, I'm done, mate. So I just literally I walked out the screening. There was a screening and they did not even credit me. I walked out, like I just didn't care. I went home. I got an Uber home. And I had a conversation with the Uber driver just about how his life is and stuff. I don't know. It was sunset. It was nice weather. I was like, hey, how's it going? I legit wanted to leave that uni right there and then. I wanted to go away. I wanted to leave, like right there. I had enough of everyone. I was just, I'm going. Bye. And that was the last time I saw everyone for like a few months, because it was the last lesson of the year for like the summer. And I was actually considering going to Canada. I wanted to just go there for like Vancouver or whatever to study there, because I really like their film school. Apparently it looks really good. But I just thought, nah, I'll just stay another year, do it again, see how it goes. And yeah, this is my final year. I graduate in exactly 4 months or more. I don't know. Maybe it's 3 or 4, I don't remember. I think it's May, I think, yeah. And then I have to like just pretend that I'm okay with it. Like, yeah. Bye, see ya, thanks, see ya. Honestly, I just want to go. Like, I'm not even. I just want to finish this film and just get on with my life again. Yeah. Whoa, what is up with me today? Oh my god. What are these comments? Okay. No, I don't have crippling depression. I'm just really annoyed lately about things. So don't ask. I'm not ironic. Podel, you beau, but it's 1:45 in the fucking morning. Can you start a bit earlier? No. Honestly, no. I was cutting my hair earlier. And I got it wrong. Like, I had literally... there's a bloody hole in my head at the back now, because I cut it wrong. If you don't know, I cut my own hair, because, you know, I'm poor and stuff. Like, YouTube revenue doesn't stretch that far for that, you know. So I use my £5 Asda cutting kit, barber kit, whatever you call it, like Remington blades. And I just cut it all wrong. I think it was fine, to be honest, but at the back I literally felt it go a bit deeper than it normally would, like the guards. And I think I chopped a bit off, but I have to hide it now by like moving it back. And I cut it quite short, so you might not notice it. Yeah. If you're wondering, I'm not sad about life. I'm literally just annoyed about this whole thing about this film. Okay. Can you suck the mic off, please? Oh my god. Podel, was your favourite razor brand? I love Remington, to be honest. Remington blades. I think I have a Philips shaver as well. Do you know what the song name is actually called? It's the same title as my film. If you don't know the name of my film, find out. I already told you that a million times. It's the same title as my film. The one I'm doing now, animation. Podel, love me. Yeah, right, James. Hey, you're that actor I know who's British. Notice me, Hitler. What's the degree you're getting? Film. I just it's called Slow Burn. Just that's the name of the music. Let me type in chat. It's I love this song. I don't know why. So many good nostalgic memories of 2014 when I used to play this. Like, it's literally the best song I've ever heard, man. How can we watch the movie? When I release it in May, I shall either upload it here or... Oh, I need to sneeze, what? Or I'll put it on some... I think I want to get it to a festival somewhere. Yeah. When you're the CEO of Remington and watch these streams, you hear like his... Oh my god. These comments cheer me up so much. I'm not even joking. Cheers, Jesus Baraza. How old is your nan? British reference. Hello, James. I'm not in the mood doing ASMR right now. I might not do it now. Yeah, this stream was kind of, what is it? Improvised. I didn't know I was going to talk about life and my amazing problems in life. I didn't know I was going to talk about that, to be honest. I don't know if I have more work to show you, but... Okay. I always forget what I'm talking about half the time. What am I talking about? Don't even remember. I don't even remember what I ate today for food for dinner. But this shot took a lot of time to get it right. I just realized now that was bugging me so much. The lighting there just cuts off for no reason. Like, what? And I realized it's because this thing is so big, this map, like this whole environment, that the light just stops there because it's too big. And I just figured that out after like 10 million years. Like, this is the house. I made it myself. Actually made everything in this thing I've made myself, apart from this Ford vehicle, which I did not make, obviously. Well, you can't see it. The Ford I did not make. But yeah, this house is... So I'm describing a bloody house listing. It's a nice Gothic house in western France. It's sunset apparently, but it doesn't show it. Okay, well, it's sunset now. It's got nice views of bloody Russia, I guess. Nice grass area here. Here's another top Podel tip, or whatever you say. If you're doing really organic things like leaves, like here, leaves, see? Why is that red? I don't know. Or grass, like this. You're gonna run into a lot of problems. One, it's gonna be so much like memory will be used. Oh shit! What did I do? If you, I can't even describe it. Like, that's how bad I am. Okay, from this angle here, this grass will look 3D, correct? Yes, it will. Because that's how it looks. Just, you can tell there are loads of little different grass bits going up and down, you know. But when you move the camera up, you will see that it's literally just... How do I better show this? It's literally just rectangles. See, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and they're just images. If I can show you now somehow. Okay, here's a better way to show you. It's like that. They're literally just 4 rectangles together. But what I've done is done a transparent image, and voila, you saved about 1 million polygons when you just use like 4. And I think that's what they usually do in this sort of situation, but I'm not sure. Same thing goes with the leaves. It saves so much time, honestly. Like, if you need to ever do that, same with this. I sort of saw this happening in like an old simulator game I was playing, like Trains 2009. They did that sort of thing. I was like, whoa, that looks pretty cool. I didn't realise, no, actually, I first said, why are they doing that? It looks really bad. And I realised, oh, it's to save memory, because that will take so long to do. So if you ever want to do that, this really helps, unless you're doing from a top angle like that, then in which case don't do that. But if you're doing it from side angle or whatever, this will save a lot of time. You can see that it's lagging like hell because this is really how massive it is. You can't even see the horizon, it's gone. That's a cloud. Another thing is, if you ever use After Effects for 3D modeling, step 1, don't. Lol. Just don't. Like, use a 3D program called 3ds Max, I don't know why I pretended to not know what it was called. I just don't know. Use 3ds Max or Blender and just design it all in there, because for some unknown reason, I don't know, mate, After Effects doesn't like it when you do it within After Effects. What the okay. It will lag like crazy. Like, this is not even considered laggy to me. Like, this is actually heaven for me. Like, it's so smooth. It's never this smooth. Like 10 FPS is considered really good for me, because it literally never is. Unless you create it in 3ds Max, create everything, even the trees, just do everything. Look, this is one model, all of it. This is one model. And it is much more efficient, and it works better. For some reason, I don't know why. It will save a lot of time rendering if you ever decide, I don't know why you would decide to do it in After Effects. I just do it because it's I'm used to it and I know how to do it. I would have done it in 3ds Max, but I don't know how to do it, so yeah. So that's another tip. Just sort your life out, mate, and don't use After Effects for that purpose, please. So that's that. Let's cancel that. You can see sort of how well good camera angles, like properly placed ones, can sort of enhance the scene. You can see here that that looked pretty awful from every other angle, but if you sort of zoom in and add depth of field, yes, autosave right now. Okay. Give me like 20 seconds. Oh, okay. So from here, I'm so hungry. From here, this looks pretty okay, pretty basic, pretty alright. Let's take away the color correction. Let's see it as it was bare. Let's see it bare. Let's get rid of all the lights. Oh, that didn't do much. Okay, whatever. So, I mean, this sort of looks like that. That's how it looked originally, not even like this. It was even worse, because I added fog and stuff. But, just spend a lot of time doing the lights, because lighting will help a lot. So, I added 4 lights. That's a bit of a problem, because it doesn't fully go out, I don't know why. Then add your fill light, or I don't know. That's weird. And then your color correction. Oh, I didn't even press it. So it's kind of an overkill, but meh. And then your depth of field. That's the blurriness, if you don't know what it is. So one's in focus, one isn't. So that man is in focus. This section here is not, and it sort of just, it just helps you to show what you want to show. So you want to show that man. These aren't that important, but you still want to keep it in the shot, then just blur it out, you know. It makes it look nicer. It adds some sort of weird effect, like mysterious. Even with the sunset, it looks really nice. Yeah, color correction, I think people sort of, I don't know why, like, I've seen most films, like student films out there, and they literally just sort of, they don't do much color correction, they just desaturate it like a little bit, and it doesn't really show much. Like, I just think, why did you bother doing that when it doesn't do anything? So, you know, just, if you have to like do overkill, then just do it. It might work, it might not work. In this instance it does work, because I want to show the sunset, and orange filter actually does help a little bit. The brightness certainly helps. Yeah, it's sort of just, yeah. And I have a film convert plugin that sort of just makes it look more filmy, if that's a word, which is nice. I like that. Next shot, I don't think I didn't do work on that. This is an interesting shot because oh, here it is. I don't know why, but this window here prevents any shadows from showing up on this guy's face. So you can see here you've got shadows, you know, all that. But this sort of transparent window does not make any shadows show up in this guy. I don't understand why. So either I have to sort of, you know, get rid of the window or render both at the same time, I don't know. But this is quite a nice shot because this bloke sort of turns left like about 30 degrees, I don't know. And the camera pans. Do I have actually, I have the, is it, what the fuck was that? Did you hear that? I have a pre-release shot of this. Bloody hell. Where is it? House. Fields new. Let's take a look, lads, or whatever. Ignore the no animation, I haven't done it yet. Ignore that scene, please. Ignore that, ignore that. Alright, focus on this, I guess. It's meant to be a shadow here, but I don't know why. Kind of reminds me of The Wire, I don't know why, just that angle and people in a car. And then it stops with this bloke here, and that is a telephone pole. I don't know why it's not showing up here, it's weird. But I really like the blurriness of the trees here. It's really, I didn't anticipate that to happen, but it just did. So yeah, that was cool for now. I mean, it's not perfect obviously, but look, that's weird. But I'm pretty happy kind of with this thing. It does look really weird because it's not 2.5K, it's only 1. This is only 1080, it should be about 2560 by 1440. But this is only 1080, so it looks really bad. Another shot which I kind of like is them driving off. I think for now it looks alright, but honestly I didn't even know I could do this sort of work. It's really amazing me like how well it turns out. Like I never, like if I can speak properly, hold on. Open in new window. No, that's not it. What I want to find. Yes, that's what I want to find. Videos, blade scrubs, 315. Where's the gravity video? Here it is. This was the first animation thing I did 2 years ago.
That's all you can do, just like a filthy chat.
Sound. And you can see like the level of detail that's like developed over the years. Like even for this, that to me was like really complex back then. I didn't know what I was doing. It was so annoying. But you can see how bare it looks. It just looks so weird looking back. But I like how it's developed over the years. I might end the stream in a minute. But yeah. Just ignore the outdated memes, please. Just don't look at them. Alright, they're not even. I'm surprised 44 people are still watching. Thank you for watching. But yeah, you can just see the it's the quality. Like, it looks so bad. I mean, looking back, just the blurry bits here, inconsistent lighting, the really bad shadows, really weird sort of bumpy things here. You know, it just doesn't look good to me anyway. I mean, nostalgic wise, I really like the fact that I could actually do this back then. Like 2 years ago I didn't know what I was doing, but I managed to do this somehow, and I'm really proud of it, I guess. So. But then if you see now, it's literally, I think it's about 2 years exactly. I think I released this probably 2 years ago exactly, but the level of detail has just sort of, I don't know how it has. It just, I guess I've just practiced a lot, but I'm really surprised how well this whole project is turning out. Like, I thought it'd be crap, but it's turning out alright actually. So yeah, just sort of, you know, obviously it's going to be fixed. I need to put a reflection of the bloke here somewhere. It's so cold in my room. Yeah, they're going to drive a cliff, mate, and just end their lives right now. And he sees good meme at the back of the car. Oh, there's the edge of the cliff right there. Look, they're about to like just end it right there, mate. Right there. I'm joking, but would you like to see how it looked like a month ago? Here it is. That was it. That was literally it. Where is the original? Where's the new one? Open with... No. Oh, I hate this stupid thing. Film TV. Okay. Here we are. So... I mean, it's slightly improved, I think. I don't know. It's a little bit better. It's alright. Not too bad, mate. You know, just a bit. I think it's bothering me. That looks like poo or chocolate or whatever it looks like. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't. It's not meant to look like that. Like, I know it's December now, or it's January now. I haven't really been worrying about timing that much. I think the tutors worry more than me, which is really strange. They're like always saying like, "Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you working on it? How's your progress? You're gonna finish it in time? Like, this is a big task. You're not gonna do it in 12 minutes. You're not gonna finish it." I'm already halfway done, mate. I'm already done. I've done like this level of quality for each shot. I've pretty much done like 80% of it. And I've got 4 months left. I think I'm okay, kind of. I think it might work. Of course, if I showed them this on the right here, if I showed them this right now, they'll go, "What the hell? Is that it? Are you literally telling me that that's what you've done?" But I'm showing them this on the left, and they'll be like, "Well, that's pretty much complete, I guess, so no worries." I don't think they just... I don't think they probably just didn't see my previous work. That's the thing. They probably just didn't know that I could do it this quickly. They probably just assumed I just didn't know much about animation. I probably should have told them that, but I literally just said I've done it before, and they went, "Okay, cool." Maybe they didn't know that I done it so long. They just didn't know, I guess. So, you know, I think it's going good so far. Hopefully once I finish this, as soon as I finish it, when I'm about to finish it, I can get back to making the lowest quality memes on YouTube ever. Like, I'm talking about the worst memes I've ever seen, like just Chinese text scrolling over the screen all the time. It's too... Not sure why Messenger is telling me that it's Happy New Year when it isn't. Alright. But that is that. City A, what's that? I don't know. Office, tunnel, bedroom. Okay, I'm really tired. I'm gonna just sort of go somewhere. I don't know. Hope that was a cool stream. I hope you enjoyed, you know, most of it. I don't know, mate. I guess this will be the last video this year, unless I decide to do something in a few hours. I don't know. But yeah. Happy New Year 1928, I don't know, mate.